I'm back. I'm back, gang. I'm back. I'm back. YouTube didn't tell me what I did wrong, but I'm guessing it was the video. Unless somebody reported my stream. Let me share it so people know I'm back. Can I get a sound check? Can you hear me, Nicole? I'm back. Did y'all see that they say I violated? There was a policy violation. I actually came live again just to. Oh, okay. Hold on. Oh, okay. All right. Okay. Sorry, y'all. Sorry about that. YouTube said they stopped. The fuck is my? Oh, YouTube said they stopped the stream due to copyright material. So we're gonna continue the conversation based on what we heard. Actually, you know what? I probably could have done, but I got to do a little bit of research. I probably could have played the audio in the background and not not actually shown the video. I've seen people do that, right? I didn't realize it was copyrighted because people have reacted to Jubilee videos before. So it probably was just the videos copyrighted by the Jubilee channel, and YouTube didn't want me playing it, kind of like playing a music video or something like that. So that's probably what it was. Okay. Audio, no visual. Can you guys see me? What policy? Copyright policy. They didn't strike my channel or anything, not that I can see, but it said copyright material was detected. That's what it said. Copyright material was detected. But I wanted to see if they restricted me from live streaming. That's why I came right back. Also, so I can tell you guys that they play a hating on me. They play a hating. Okay. So I'm annoyed by that, honestly, because we needed to see the rest of that. We needed to see the rest of that. Let me look up something real quick. Okay. Let's try this again. Guess who's back? Guess who's back? Do I want to try it again? Because I looked it up real quick, and it says that I can review copyrighted material as long as it's transformative. We were reacting to it. We weren't even letting it play for more than like 15 seconds at a time. Like, why are they being such dicks about it? Let me see something. Hold on. Let me see something. Let me see if I can see how other people do it. Let me see. They preying on my downfall. They straight up came and ended my stream. Those dicks.
When someone that was Democrat, which is majority white, and should stay that.
Look at this shit. Look at somebody reacting to it.
How can you be like
pissing me off? Hold on. Let's see. This is why I tell you guys to follow me on Instagram in case YouTube randomly zaps my channel, because I'll be living on the edge. So if you haven't already, follow me on Instagram at It's Vanity, and follow me on TikTok as well. And also have my email just in case. Because if they ever zap my channel, I'm gonna come back with a new one with 0 subscribers, and I'm gonna need all 12 of y'all to come subscribe right away. I might build this a backup channel just in case, so y'all can find me right away. Okay, so I am stubborn. So here's what we're gonna do. I'm not gonna show you guys the video. I'm going to let you hear the audio. That's what I'm gonna do. And we'll see if YouTube starts playing hating again, all right? Okay. We want to do this. Let me know if you guys can hear this because I'm screen sharing, but I won't show you.
Positivity, whether we think it promotes unhealthy habits. We're going to bring in our disagreeer.
Oh my
And then continue the convo.
Yeah. So I didn't.
Can you guys hear that? Since they started going down a rabbit hole, they switched gears a little bit. So let me know if you guys can hear that while I update the title of this stream. You can hear it. Okay, let me see if I can update the title of this stream real quick. It says, what the fuck, YouTube? Is being fat a choice? That's what we're gonna do. Triggered much? Okay. I've reacted to all types of shit on here. This is the first time they ever came in midstream, like, stop your shit. Now, I will say sometime when I add in TikToks and there's music in the background of the TikToks, after the live stream, they'll tell me that there's some copyright material detected and they'll have me delete the audio, but the rest of the video is fine. So for now, if you were wondering about going back and watching that live stream, I privated the stream for now. And I'm just trying to make sure YouTube is not emailing me some more. Okay. All right. So let's do this. Let's step away from the BMI issue, but DEXA scan will help people understand the challenges or impact of being obese, even for skinny fat people have visceral fat around the organs. Okay. Yeah. I agree. I mean, I think that I harp on BMI because people try to throw it in the trash, and I'm not with that. I don't think BMI should be thrown in the trash until we have a system to replace it. DEXA scans are expensive, so not everybody's going to get one, even though I think everybody should get one, especially if you're trying to lose weight. But some people, I mean, if you're 300 pounds overweight, you don't need a DEXA scan. You don't. Now, if you're not visibly overweight, but you need to see if you got some fat around the organs or visceral fat or something like that, or if you are slightly overweight or even, on the lower end of obesity, sure. But once you've hit morbid obesity, you don't need a DEXA scan. You can get it to see the composition, to see how much of a butterball you are. And the reason I'm saying butterball is because I was a ball of fat. I was more fat than I was anything else. I had my fat percentage was over 50%. That's a ball of fat. Yes, it's Vanity, or you can do at Vanity Reigns. You can find me almost anywhere at Vanity Reigns. So yeah, my body fat percentage was pushing. I think it was over 40 or over 50 or something like that. It was like you're majority fat. Like, what the fuck is that? No. All right, so let's do this. Now, the one person that disagreed, which was the lady in the white, we're gonna hear what she has to say, and hopefully YouTube don't kick us out again. So let's do this.
Step forward because I really hate the toxicity that has come from people being like, oh, body positivity promotes obesity and blah, blah, blah. I hate that so much. I think there is like the minutest people who are doing that. The vast, vast majority, I do not think promote obesity. Body positivity to me is just loving your body, accepting your body how it is, and not hating yourself. Like, you shouldn't have to wake up every day because you're 400 pounds and hate yourself.
I'm starting to hate her. Hate is a strong word. But like, lady, she talking about some, you shouldn't have to. You shouldn't have to wake up at 400 pounds and hate yourself or hate your body. I agree. You shouldn't, but you should be very unhappy with it. Am I reaching? Please let me know when I've gone too far. Just let me know when I've gone too far. Just let me know when I've gone too far. Now she's about to excuse being 400 pounds. Some of us that follow this channel have been 400 pounds or 500 pounds and decided not to be 400 or 500 pounds anymore, or 300 pounds or 200 pounds. I feel like you shouldn't wake up at 200 pounds and not be unhappy. You should be very unhappy. with yourself. You should be very unhappy. I'm not saying you should hate yourself, but you should be unhappy. Not that you should hate life, because what if you're 200 pounds, you got a really good life? Imagine how much better your life would be if you lost 100 of those pounds. Well, maybe not 100 because you'd be 100 pounds, but like, 50 of those pounds. Like, she's a whiner. And I get to say that because I whine and I'm trying to stop whining. I'm making it a mission to stop whining.
Like, I don't think anybody should be hating themselves. So that to me is what body positivity is about. And it's also about equality in how.
I don't think. Nicole said I didn't go too far, so I don't want to ruin it. I don't think you should be body positive at 400 pounds. I don't think I wasn't body positive at 240 pounds, and I don't think I should have been. Now, if you are, great for you. There's plenty of big people that are body positive. I just don't see the point. And it's not about an aesthetic. It's about like physically what that weight means. You can be very, very pretty in the face and overweight or obese. And I know because the pretty girls that be big, we be letting a pretty face get us by. Or people that like bigger women, all of that. But you can be, I'm not saying you should be self-conscious or anything like that. I just don't think you should be so quick to accept yourself at 200, 300, 400 pounds. For what? I'm not saying you should hate yourself, but like, so to wake up every day like nothing is wrong. Okay. Shit, I can't do nothing about it. Only for myself, but I just don't see the point in that. Some people are very happy with themselves, 150 pounds overweight, 100 pounds overweight. I wasn't. I didn't realize how much weight I actually had to lose. It took me a long time to acknowledge that I literally had at least 100 pounds to lose, and I would still be sort of kind of slightly overweight. I'd just be hitting the edge of overweight if I lost at minimum 100. That was a hard pill to swallow. That was a very hard pill to swallow. Right. I agree. Yeah. Whew. I definitely wasn't happy with myself at 289. Nicole, I just remembered your cute picture that you sent me. I'm laughing because if somebody took an off-guard picture of me like that, I would be mad as fuck. But your picture I thought you were so cute, Nicole. And I was about to say, I didn't realize you were that big. Like, I mean, of course, like I didn't realize the number was 289. I'm pretty sure you told us, but I didn't remember. And then that picture popped into my head. Nicole was like, you didn't know they were taking a picture, but your face, like you just have the cutest face. But I know, I get it. 289 is not cute. Okay, Nicole, fine, whatever. But your face was cute. Okay, whatever. Your face was cute. Now, when people say that about me and my biggest face, I'd be like, shut up. I'd be so mad. Like, God, just get on my goddamn nerves. Okay, let's continue.
People are treated. Like, for example, Lizzo gets called out so much on like, oh my God, she's out there with her ass and stuff. Like, it's so disgusting. But Chappell Roan, who, God, I love Chappell Roan, was at Govball and came out as Statue of Liberty and had her ass out. Did not see a single person online saying,
life's not fair. Okay. And Lizzo is the worst example you could have given because Lizzo is a fraud. Okay. Now, is it Amy Schumer or don't give me the lion. One of these, was it Amy? One of the celebrities was getting fried recently for removing all of her fat pictures from social media now that she's thinner. Was it Amy Schumer? I think it was Amy Schumer. Oh yeah, it was Amy Schumer. She looks fabulous. So she was getting drugged on social media. I think it was recent because I maybe I'm late, but I saw it recently. She was getting drugged for deleting her fat photos from social media. Guess who else is gonna be doing that? When I saw that, I said, "Good for you, Amy." People were so mad. I'm deleting them too. Sorry. Am I wrong for that? Good for you, Amy. People are so mad at her. And I'm just like, oh, well. Like the things that people get mad at, like, oh, well, like, okay, I completely understand. I'm deleting them too. The only reason I haven't deleted them yet is because I don't engage in social media enough to do it. Like now, I wouldn't delete my YouTube videos because people starting on their journeys can still watch those videos. But pictures amongst family and friends on social media, they're gone. Not with family and friends, but like pictures of me alone that I've posted, they're gone. Like they're going away. No. If you wanted to see me fat, you would have just had to know me when I was fat or go back to my YouTube channel to see. Unless I'm posting, before and afters or something like that. But good for her. I understand. Good for her. I don't know why people be getting so mad.
Oh, so why she have her ass out? It's like it's a double standard. People inherently hate fat bodies and don't think they should be seen in society.
I actually disagree with that because I do see people hating on Chappell Rowan for the way that she looks and her outfits, and there's going to be hate on both sides.
Oh, of course, there's going to be hate, but
be
I meant like the volume of hate that Lizzo gets compared to Chappell Rowan. Like I would say, like it's much.
Who is this other person that they're mentioning? I don't even know who they're talking about.
Smaller. Like I just you constantly hear about like Lizzo, and
I have a question.
Okay, here we go. Lady in the red about to check her again.
I have a question
Yeah.
about Lizzo. Okay,
Always
one of
comes
the
back
few,
to Lizzo.
one of the few,
She's like waiting.
I
She's
know.
lost a lot of weight right now.
one of the few times I saw her streaming, she had this gorgeous cake was gifted to her, enormous. Went in with it with a fork and was eating constantly and talking to the camera while she was streaming. The volume of the cake that she ate, I just went, oh my God, how many people are watching this? It was a horrible representation. I hated every moment of it. What do you have to say about that?
Well, my question would be, if there was a thin person doing that, would you have had that same
Yes.
reaction?
Yeah.
Okay, then I think it's more about like she's not promoting obesity by eating cake on camera. She
Okay, this lady's delusional. This lady's delusional. She just told you that Lizzo ate a whole fucking birthday cake. She didn't say birthday cake, but I'm gonna say birthday cake. She just told you she ate a whole goddamn sheet cake on camera, and you're gonna say, well, I don't think she's promoting obesity. But in reality, what she was really saying is, I can do this because I'm fat, because this is what fat people do. And you can't say anything about it, otherwise you're fat phobic. That's what Lizzo was doing, I would guess, because she's fucking Lizzo. And you're not supposed to say anything about her because she's a biggin. I get that from another YouTuber. She a biggin. She big in here. Now, Lizzo is one person I would make fun of for being fat, only because she's so fake. I don't make fun of people for being fat. Lizzo's an exception because Lizzo's fake. When Lizzo stops being fake, I will stop making fun of her for being fat. I will stop targeting her, like her fakeness and her fatness. Okay. But she did a lot of shit that was supposed to be ignored because she was big. She did a lot of shit acting like she wasn't raised right, acting like she ain't have no motherfucking home training. You don't know who Lizzo is. Good for you, Holly. That's a good thing that you don't know that. Good. It's a wonderful thing. You're blessed to not know who Lizzo is.
she's just eating cake.
But
on
if she's
camera.
the representation of body positivity and she's behaving this way, is that promoting
Have
a
you
negative
noticed
light?
that she just posted a video that she lost weight? Like
No,
that
no,
was-
absolutely
oh,
don't.
yeah.
I
She just
absolutely
posted a
not.
video
I
and she
absolutely
lost
did not.
weight. You can see the
Because
difference.
I don't want her in my
So
algorithm.
it was just probably that one day that you saw her doing that, but that doesn't identify her as a whole person.
Yeah, in defense of Lizzo, not a sentence I want to repeat.
Like,
In defense of her, I have seen her post like, oh, here's a green smoothie that I got, or here's me with my salad, or like here I am at the gym. I think there is this weird stigma where people that are overweight have to be perfect all the time. They can never just like, just have a cake. And I agree, I agree it's not great. Listen, I'm not saying that's great. It's not
too
great.
much.
But I'm saying that like this one instance of her doing this amidst all her other ones of her trying to be healthy.
Can I go on the opposite side of that? Like with Lizzo, there's like Eugenia Clooney. She's a very
Yes.
petite, tiny woman. Why are people saying, "Oh, good job, Lizzo! Like, good job for eating healthier"? But like when Eugenia Clooney's like trying to eat something, like
But is Eugenia Cooney allowed to have hashtag body positivity?
she does sometimes. So
Is
she
she?
she promotes herself literally wearing like tiny
Because we're-
outfits, showing her
That's-
body.
That was my whole point. Is like these extremes are hijacking it.
Yeah,
I agree.
They're
think,
not
like,
good representation.
yeah,
No.
Do y'all know who Eugenia Cooney is? Now that person I will show. Lizzo's not allowed into my safe space. Clavicle check. So that's why I didn't look her up to show Holly. Sorry. She's not allowed. She's not allowed into my safe space. Okay. So let me show you Eugenia. She was the polar opposite of Lizzo as far as weight goes. I don't think she posts on YouTube anymore, but we can.
Hey guys, so I know I haven't posted a video on here in a little bit, but I did kind of just like want to make a video for you guys, and yeah, Magic Kingdom is probably my favorite. So cool here. And I think now we're heading back to the train.
She has 2 million subscribers on YouTube.
Hey guys, so today I'm doing a video that's really exciting. So I'm gonna be doing a video, guys, that's like a Barbie haul video. I've been so excited for the Barbie movie. I think the Barbie movie looks amazing. And yeah, if you guys can't tell today.
For the record, she does have anorexia, I believe. Correct me if I'm wrong. I believe she does have an eating disorder. So that's a little different. That's psychological, I think. But yeah, so that's who they were talking about when they said go opposite of Lizzo. Is she allowed to have body positivity? And I don't think she's on her Amy and half type of deal. I think she really has a condition. So that's what they were talking about.
like the algorithm, they will push out the most extreme cases because they get the most views, and
Mhm.
that's
Right.
what people want to see.
Yes, it's dangerous.
including these conversations. Although this was pretty reasonable. All right, let's reset.
No matter who you are, there's no denying that injuries can really put a damper.
I have taken a weight loss drug. Will the agreeers please step forward?
I knew I liked her. Oh, I'm sorry. Y'all couldn't see. Y'all couldn't see. Okay. I have taken a weight loss drug, and the one person that steps forward is the one consistently rational person in the room. One person.
Guess everybody's perfect.
I'm like trying to see like what do we
I knew I liked her. I knew I liked her. I knew I liked her. Amy and half. Who's Amy and half? I can show you her too. I can show you her. She took a GLP-1 to the point of super thinness, and she uses her thin body to trigger people on TikTok.
Never worn a bikini in my whole dang life. I am actually terrified right now. Like I'm actually shaking. Okay, this is before. Let's see how it goes.
It has been 3 weeks since my surgery. Maybe one day we could wear it in public.
Do you know that I've never worn a bikini in my whole
so over this narrative that everyone on Ozempic looks horrible. I'm sorry, I look cute right now. The dress is dressing, the shoes are shoesing. Listen, I've never had.
Hey, you.
I'm so sorry. Sushi Fitness, that's Amy and a half. This is not a medical condition, a eating disorder. This is somebody being very dumb. Just dumb. Okay. She's very annoying. I find her to be annoying. So let's get back to Jubilee. The prompt was, I have taken a weight loss drug. And my girl in the bright red stepped forward. And she probably not the only one, but she's the one that stepped forward. So let's go.
Define as drugs.
I think we're talking about the
Like
weight-
Ozempic?
Pills
yeah,
or
wait, well, any
Like diet pills?
any drug that you've taken.
Yeah, wait, I'll-
Sorry. Yeah, come on in. Let's hear your story.
I have used weight loss drugs
Leah, my girl.
before I knew the power of them in college, and you could get them over the counter, but they were incredibly strong and probably needed to be controlled at that time. But I don't know. I was just so obsessed with my body size. I've pretty much my whole life. And that's just the culture, American culture that I was raised in and lived in. And so I would try drastic means. And I've done things that would just get you super wired. Even as an adult, once I figured out how to eat, I gained the weight back during the lockdown, like a lot of people did. And I go, gosh darn, I was so upset. And I took a prescription weight loss drug that was prescribed by a doctor, and I was able to drop the weight quickly. I use it as a biohack. I use it short term just to get the weight off, because once the weight is off, now it's on you. You have to know how to eat.
This is more recently.
Yep, and this is absolutely recent.
Was
too.
it like Ozempic, something like that?
Phentermine. You can get it prescribed. It's a controlled substance.
Okay, hold on, y'all. I need to pause that for a second. YouTube finally did some processing, so let's see. So you ended my stream just to tell me the video can't be monetized? I didn't even have monetization turned on. You could have told me that afterwards. Like, oh my God. Oh, stupid, stupid. I wasn't trying to monetize it. God, y'all are so dumb. Okay, moving on.
It's hardcore, but it takes the thought process out of your mind. That thing, that monster that always tells you you're going to get your next serotonin kick by that food, and you're hyper focused on eating, and it takes that monster, it stops talking. So now when the monster stops talking, you go, I can control this. I can make changes in my lifestyle in order to make healthier decisions to
Food noise. Food noise.
to keep the weight off that I just lost with this drug. And yeah,
I was so desperate to lose weight. I was like on TikTok scrolling through.
Now, for the record, this one didn't even step forward at first. When he first asked, she didn't even step forward. And then when she seen the other girl step forward, she was like, what do you mean by weight loss drugs? Like, what do you mean? What do you mean? I told you, when the first one stepped forward and she stepped forward by herself, I'm like, she's probably not the only one. She's just the only one brave enough to step forward. And then this one came forward, Autumn. Okay.
And like they were sharing like, oh, this drug does this and this is that. And I was like, okay, I'm going to go ahead and just blindly buy this thing, and showed up at
Do
a
you know
horrible
kind
time.
of what kind of drug it was?
It was a pill that I took, and it like suppressed my want to eat food. But it also like had some really bad side effects. Like when I would eat, I would feel sick after. And I realized like, oh, I'm feeling horrible all the time and having this energy low and like just feeling physically sick.
How long were you on it?
I was on it for 2 months maybe.
Did you lose weight?
I lost some weight, but as soon as I got off of it, I gained all of that weight
Duh. I'm sorry. That was rude.
back.
You have to know what to do once you're there.
Exactly.
What are you going to do?
Exactly. It was like the crutch, and like you just relied on it so much, and then once it was gone, you had to do your own thing, and
you have to figure it out.
You have to figure it out, and the pill was doing all that for you. And then for me, I gained more weight than I lost when I was on it.
Let's bring in our disagreeers.
Ooh, we got a lot of people disagreeing with taking a weight loss drug.
So I've heavily considered taking Ozempic, but
Oh God, she about to piss me off. Oh God, everything that she says just gets on my nerves. It's the lady in white again. It's the complainer. She complains about everything. Everything she complains about, then says, I've heavily considered taking Ozempic. I should let her finish, but she gives the type of person that will judge everybody else for doing something she's not willing to do. Girl, just go ahead and just go ahead. Just go ahead and take the Ozempic.
I've decided not to because you either have to stay on that drug long term to keep those effects, or if you get off of it, most people are going to gain the weight back. So I'm no longer interested in anything that is not a complete lifestyle change. Like for me,
she was the first one to start talking. She couldn't wait to get it out. She was the first one to start talking as soon as she sat down. But she pulled a Lizzo. I've thought about it. I've tried it, but I just wasn't interested. It has to be a lifestyle change. Y'all be lying. Oh my God. Like, y'all really think being on a GLP-1 doesn't involve any lifestyle change? Oh my God. These people are delulu.
I have learned over the years that I would prefer
She's telling on herself
to be fat and happy than thin and miserable.
Fat and happy versus thin and miserable. Why is thinness associated with misery? We got to stop doing that. Why is thinness associated with misery? Who said thin people are are miserable? Who said that? Like, for real. Like, you can be miserable with whatever size you are. What? Oh my gosh.
So like right now I'm just trying to, eat less processed food.
She is like word barfing all over this. Like, this one really triggered her because she wants that Ozempic bad.
Stay away from like sodas and stuff for the most part. But I will never count calories, like, or because to me that leads to disordered eating habits.
For you?
For me
For her,
personally.
okay.
Yes, I'm not talking for everyone.
Okay.
I'm not talking for everybody, but for me personally, and I do think for a lot of people, it can lead to disordered eating.
Kind of circling back to the topic about taking a weight loss drug. Hell no, I would never take a weight loss drug. Like,
girl, you don't need no weight loss drug. What is you talking about? Don't make me curse you out, Dana. Or Donna. Don't make me curse you out. Don't do that. Don't make me curse you out.
I worked really hard for my body, and I'm like a very big believer in that phrase. Like, if you wanted to, you could. Wouldn't you be so?
Why is the person that don't need to lose no weight talking about what they wouldn't do with a weight loss drug? Oh my God. Oh my God. Annoying.
Much happier if you lost the weight and you look back on it and it was like, yeah, like I did that.
Exactly.
No. Okay, so can we have a conversation about this? Because I hate when people do this. People act like when you get on a weight loss drug, GLP-1 or other, you don't get to look back on yourself like, yeah, I did that shit. What's wrong with these people? Like, oh, if you do it naturally, you'll be so proud of yourself, maybe, but y'all don't think the rest of us are proud? You must not have been fat before. You must not have been fat before because, again, when you are fat and you lose weight, it don't matter how you got the weight off. You are proud that you got that shit off, even if it's by bariatric surgery. Like, and I know some people get a little embarrassed about being on the GLP-1, but we all come around. Like, I wasn't embarrassed because I didn't give a shit. I was tired of being fat. So it's like surgery wasn't an option for me. Like, I wasn't interested in that. But it was like, oh, this will work. This will do. That'll do. So it's like, you ain't never been fat. You don't give that you've ever been fat. So you don't know what the fuck you're talking about. Like, if you do it, yeah, you'll be able to say, yeah, I did that shit. So do the rest of us. Like, shut up.
Like that was 100% all me. I didn't need no help. I didn't need no cheat codes. Like,
what is wrong with needing help? Oh my God, I hate people. She's annoying. I feel bad for just defending her earlier. But like, I didn't need no help. I didn't need no cheat code. Back to a topic I did months ago. Who the fuck said harder was better? Y'all could kiss my ass with that. Who said harder was better? Ew? Gross. Like, if you want to do it the hard way and that works for you, great. I'm proud of you. But let me take my shot in peace. I still got to go to the gym 3 days a week and work out from home 2 days a week. I still got to drink my water. I still got to watch what I eat. I still got to walk because the Venetians won't shut the hell up about it. Like, so, oh gosh, she's so annoying.
This was the work that I put in, and I got the results that I wanted.
And that was the mindset that I wish that I had before I took the drugs.
Yeah.
Because like I was super naive. I was like 18 years old and I had no knowledge about anything.
You're still super naive, sweetie. You are flip-flopping with the wind based on like where the wind is blowing on this panel.
And I was looking for a quick fix because all these people were telling me, oh, you need to lose weight, you need to do this. And that was in my own household. So it was my family telling me this, along with my friends and everything like that.
It's a lifestyle change ultimately. These are tools that you can utilize, but if you are not changing your lifestyle to go with it, then what will happen for you? And so I think that's really ultimately what it is. If you're not ready to commit to the lifestyle change, using these tools is not going to help you.
When people do these quote unquote shortcuts, a lot of the time, like mentally, they're not there. So they lose the weight and then they're still like,
Girl, shut up. You ain't lose the weight yet. No, it's her again. I'm sorry, I gotta show y'all. It's her again. She keep running her fucking mouth, the one in the white. You haven't lost the weight yet, so shut up. I'm sorry. I don't pick your poison, pick your method. You don't listen. Am I okay? Tell me if I'm crazy, people. If you are obese or overweight, you have not figured out how to lose the weight, you don't want to lose the weight. Do you get to run your mouth about people that have lost the weight? No, you don't. You don't get to talk about, oh, they lose the weight and then they get it back and then they don't change their lifestyle and then they don't do this and then because apparently you haven't done anything successfully. Like you haven't done anything to successfully get the weight off. So when other people figure it out, GLP-1 or not, bariatric surgery or not, natural or not, you don't get to be on the sideline being like, you gonna gain that weight back, or I knew you was gonna gain that weight back, or you ain't stopped eating out, you ain't stopped that fast food. What? You don't get to speak. You don't get to talk. Shut up. Shut up. I don't like her. She's irritating my soul.
like
Not fixing the problem.
exactly. It was like it was a quick fix, and now that it's they get off it, like
She's hating because she wants to get on Ozempic, but she's scared. She's scared of how she's gonna feel and how people are gonna look at her like a cheater. I hate, like, I'm sorry. I have sympathy for people like that if they are not judging others along the way, right? So if you're afraid to get on the GLP-1 because you're afraid of how it will make you look weak, I can empathize with that. But I'm gonna be big sis, little sis, auntie, niecey, whatever I gotta be, and tell you, suck it the fuck up. Like, I get it. You feel weak. You feel like you're cheating. Are you gonna feel weak and stay fat? Or you gonna take this opportunity that you have access to, assuming you have access, and get that weight off of you and worry about feeling weak later? Because I promise you, when your jeans start fitting again and that A1C go down and everything, and you can move more and you get more mobility, you ain't gonna be feeling weak no more. You're not gonna be really feeling weak. She doing a whole lot of mouth running and yapping. She doing a whole lot of mouth running and yapping, and I just think that is so like you don't get to talk, lady. You didn't figure it out yet, so you don't get to talk about the people that took the leap and are living happier, better, healthy lives because they got 50, 100, 200 pounds off of them. Like, please shut the hell up. Shut it up. Shut it up. Okay. Sorry, y'all. All right. Ooh, that's too bright. Ooh, that's too bright. Okay. Let's continue.
everything mentally like that they were at when they were at a bigger weight is still there because they didn't put in that mental work, like doing it on their own. For example,
we gotta reset. I'm getting the signal. Fit women are more attractive than fat women.
YouTube, please don't take my video down. We need to get through this one. I thought that I was like, okay, maybe that could be the last one before YouTube snipes me again. Sorry, I'm still reading what YouTube is emailing me. They keep telling me the same shit over and over again that I can't monetize. It wasn't turned on. Okay. So fit women are more attractive than fat women. This is going to be pure opinion. So I'm not really sure why this one would be added in there, but for not entertainment sake, but for, what would you call it? What the hell would you call it? Not entertainment sake, but like controversy, to be controversial. Let's see what they say. Because why would they have the women answer this question? It would have been interesting to see some men answer this, but I don't know where this is going. Let's find out. Let's find out.
Will the agreeers please step forward?
I would definitely agree. Fit women are
Only one woman stepped forward. She stepped forward. Curiosity, conversation. Okay. She stepped forward. Wow, nobody else stepped forward. Okay, let's see.
are more attractive than like plus size women, only because me having this body, it shows that I can commit to something, right? And it shows that I'm hardworking. So I feel like men looking at my body can see, oh, okay, she's dedicated. She put in the work, and that can be an attractive quality that men see in me. I would definitely go for like a more muscular guy. So that kind of shows that we have something in common, something that we can work on together.
So gym dates.
Yeah, gym dates for sure.
All right, thank you. Can we bring in the disagreeers?
I feel like I'm gonna get flamed alive right now. It's all good.
I'm bisexual, so I
Hey,
love
girl, me
women.
too.
I love women.
Yes, all the bisexual.
I think that all women are beautiful. I've had relationships with women that are fit, that are not fit, variety. And I can tell you that personality-wise, the skinniest ones and the most beautiful ones have had a personality that I cannot work with. Me.
I'm so fucking annoyed with her. She don't know how to answer no goddamn questions. The fucking prompt is, and it's not even a question, it's a statement. Fit women are more attractive than bigger women or fat women or something like that. She comes up there saying, I'm bisexual. The skinnier ones, more beautiful ones. She just answered it and didn't even realize she did it. The skinnier ones, more beautiful ones don't have the better personalities. Who the fuck said anything about their personality? She's so annoying. Like, I don't even actually have an answer for this one, but they're supposed to have the answer or say they don't know or they don't have an answer. She's a projector. And it's very annoying. Like, let's go back a little bit.
For like a more muscular guy. So that kind of shows that we have something in common, something that we can work on together.
So gym dates.
Yeah, gym dates for sure.
All right, thank you. Can we bring in the disagreeers?
I feel like I'm gonna get flamed alive right now. It's all good.
I'm bisexual, so I
Hey,
love
girl, me
women.
too.
I love
Yes,
women.
yes, all the bisexual.
I think that all women are beautiful. I've had relationships with women that are fit, that are not fit, variety. And I can tell you that personality-wise, the skinniest ones and the most beautiful ones.
The skinniest ones and the most beautiful ones. I can't. Oh,
Have had a personality that I cannot work with. Me personally, me. So,
Yeah.
and it comes from a place that the way that I grew up, the way that they grew up, thoughts, minds. You surround yourself with people that you like, that is like you. Your personality has more beauty than the way that you look.
Your physical looks will disappear. My grandma, she used to be a very petite, tiny woman, grew up in the Philippines. My grandpa the same way. Now they're a little bigger, they're more comfortable. 50 years later, still in love. My grandpa always makes jokes. Like when I remember growing up, he was like, "This is Burger
y'all not answering the question.
King and this is McDonald's. I'm the king and I'm loving." And I'm like, that's my grandpa. He showed me like you can appreciate a woman through all the changes, you know, like
Exactly.
and that's why I love. Like I could be once I get skinny, like my boyfriend can still love me, but maybe he loves me more because how I am personally.
I think people like to be like, oh, it's always going to be the fit woman is more attractive than the plus size woman. I just don't think that's true. Like, there's a lot of beautiful fit women. There's also a lot of not very beautiful ones.
Right.
You know what I mean? To assume that size will always equal more attractive, I just think is like silly. It's a case by case basis.
The more unhealthy side.
Well, you can be
You can
thin and
be
not
fit,
healthy.
yeah,
Let's be
yeah,
clear.
exactly.
But the biggest issue I have with what you said, I disagree with you. I think as a fit girl as well, fit girlies, I still disagree with you because there's beautiful women who are in bigger bodies. Like
I would agree. YouTube kicked me off because of some copyright material. So now I'm trying to play the audio without showing the video and hope that they let me slide by to the end of the video. But if they kick me out again, then y'all know why. The prompt is fit women are more attractive than fat women. I think that's too broad of a question. Okay, see, how do you answer this without being disingenuous? Like, I don't even know how to answer this, because if you just say fit women are more attractive than fat women, it's natural to say, but there are some really beautiful. Has there been a poll? No, this is the video that we're watching. I'm sorry, Teddy. We're watching some people debate this topic, and they've been answering a few prompts so far, and this is the current prompt, that fit women are more beautiful, more attractive than fat women, and there's a panel of fit and fat women to answer this question. So far, only one person has agreed that fit women are more attractive. I am lost, feeling really old here. I mean, the question is, Holly, are fit women more attractive? It's not a question, it's a statement. Fit women are more attractive than fat women. Do you agree or disagree, Holly? See, sweetie, I was trying not to say that. Sweetie, okay, hold on. No, you are not going to corrupt my mind, sweetie. What I'm trying to say is that, how do you have this conversation without being disingenuous, okay? About the fact that, okay. I don't think this is about the individual, because there's some very unattractive fit people and there are some very beautiful big people. But in general, across the board, I think that on average, being fit as a person, male or female, is more attractive on average. That doesn't mean as a whole fit people are more attractive than fat people. Like as a statement, hands down, that's always the case. No, there are going to be some exceptions. There are some can I call people ugly? There are some ugly, thin or fit people. I've seen plenty of fit men that are muscular. They look like they eat the gym for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Like they eat dumbbells. That's what they look like. That's what they're, I mean, the level of muscle is diabolical. Like I saw this man jogging today, and he looked like one of those, like he looked like he was older, but he was like 98% muscle. Like, I don't even think he had a skeleton under there. I think his skeleton was made of muscle. It was so ridiculous. But I didn't find him attractive. He was not attractive. I did not think he was cute. I didn't think he was cute. So, are there going to be some unattractive fit people? Sure. Are there going to be some attractive big people? Absolutely. But I think on average, the idea of being physically fit is aesthetically more attractive than being fat, in my opinion. But it's just an opinion. I think I don't like putting it as fit women are more attractive than fat women. I don't necessarily like saying it that way. Something about that just seems too broad. But I will say, in general, on average, a fit body is probably more attractive. I feel that way. I think the more fit I get, the more attractive I become. That's how I feel about me. We know the truth. Just say it out loud. Yeah, but then it's going to be some ugly fit people thinking they're cute. That's the problem that I'm having. Based on society, I agree with your point. And I think that people get all bent out of shape about societal norms as if we can change them. I don't think we can. I think we can. I don't want to say get with the program, but you can either choose to live outside of societal norms or not. I don't think we need to avoid certain societal norms and certain privileges. It's kind of like don't hate the player type of situation. Like, is life fair? No. Is society the most morally correct? No. But like on average, yeah, being fit is going to put you in a position to increase your attractiveness in society, you know? So I don't know, but I don't think they telling the truth up here. I don't think they're telling the truth at all.
I feel like it's an arrogance almost to be like, oh, because I'm fit, I'm more attractive. Like that's it's ridiculous. And the biggest issue I have with what you said about men being attracted to you more just because you're fit. I think that that's basing your worth on a man. And I'm married.
This is a good time to invoke the spirit of Ashley Dalton, because Ashley will straight up tell you if you want a certain type of man, lose the weight. I'm not saying she's right because I wouldn't know, but for the lady to say, I feel like I'm more attracted to men because I am fit and it shows that I take care of myself. I think that I see why that would offend some people. Like, wait, just because I'm not as fit as you doesn't mean I don't take care of myself. I get that. But I don't think she's wrong. I don't think she's wrong. When I listen, Linda. Listen. I pay attention. I'm a people watcher. And when I tell you that the very last, like now that I go to the gym more, like I'm paying attention to people closer. Like as I go out I make an effort to go out into the world more. And when I tell y'all, when I went to the gym yesterday, I was so uncomfortable about the amount of men staring at me, but not lustfully, just like they're thinking something, but they're not willing to say it. There was this one guy. I'm on the damn mat stretching. So I'm doing a particular stretch where I have to look down at the mat. I'm not looking up at what's in front of me, but there's like a machine in front of me or whatever, like a stretch machine. So it's something pulley machine. I'm stretching. I'm going through my stretches. I look up and there's a man staring dead at me just to ask me, was I using the machine? I'm like, no, go ahead. I'm like, how long were you staring at me? Like, how long were you staring? And you see I'm not using the machine because I'm stretching. I've been stretching here for the past 10 minutes. You know I'm not using this machine. You know I'm not. You know I'm not. Like, why are you staring at me just to ask, just to interact with me, just to ask me? Maybe I'm Lulu, maybe it was innocent, maybe it was nothing. But it was just like everywhere I went, they were just staring. They were just staring. They were just staring. Nobody would say anything. Nobody approached me. Nobody tried to hit on me. Nothing like they were just staring. And I'm just like, people that pretend that you don't get noticed more or more attention or more like you don't become more socially attractive when you lose weight. It's not that you can't be big and pretty or big and beautiful. It's not that. I was big and beautiful. I've always been pretty in the face, but it's just like you don't know until you experience it. People treat you differently. People treat you differently. They do. People treat you differently. And if that I've even heard of people being treated worse, right? Like I've heard of people being treated better by men or worse by women. Or I've even heard of people getting like bullied in the gym. You know, so it really just depends, but I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I feel like this is a conversation that's hard to have without like really being disingenuous. If you haven't already, please like the stream. YouTube kicked me off of my other stream for playing copyright material. They didn't strike my channel. They just said I can't monetize the stream, which I already wasn't trying to do. So if you missed the first part, it will be on private until probably later tonight. And I'm probably going to private this one as well until I can adjust some things and then make it public again. So if you haven't already, please like the stream.
As a married woman saying that, I just don't understand what that has to do with the principle of just physical attractiveness. That has nothing to do with if someone else deems you.
So, okay. So my married women out there, do you feel like you became more physically attractive when you lost the weight? Or if you're already on the thinner side or normal weight side, do you feel like you would be just as attractive 100 pounds heavier. Am I the only person that's willing to say like it's not the same, even if your relationship sustains that, right? When I met my partner, I was at around 200 pounds. Over time, I made it up to 240. And now I'm down to 170 something. So he's seen me at my heaviest and now at my lowest. And we still stayed together, but I'm definitely more attractive now. Why is it bad to say that? Why is that bad? Why is that bad to say? Why is that wrong to say? Everyone love me. Holly, because you're so lovable. You're a fairy godmom. Who doesn't love you? My gosh. That's not the point, Holly.
It's attractive. It's like just solely based on the physical. So I 100% disagree with you.
I was debating actually stepping forward because of just what society has taught me my whole life. Is like, that is more beautiful, that is more beautiful, that is more beautiful. And I've really had to work on unlearning that, like for so many years. When I was like, 19, 20, I was like, oh, the reason I'm not in a relationship is because I'm fat. Like I need to lose weight and then I'll become in a relationship. Then someone will love me. And I thought that for so many years. And like my self-confidence was like down here. And
I'm sorry, your self-confidence is still through the floor. She said my self-confidence is down here. It's problematic lady talking. I'm sorry, your confidence is still through the floor. It is.
Really had to work on unlearning that. And I'm still trying to unlearn that. But
see, why do we have to unlearn? Okay, can saying thinner is more beautiful be toxic? Yes. But saying that fit is more attractive than fat, I don't think that that's toxic. Does that make sense? Teddy says, I think I was attractive at my heaviest size. However, now that I'm smaller, I definitely attract different people. I would agree. Just because you're big doesn't mean you're unattractive. And just because you're small doesn't mean you are attractive. But being smaller or being fitter, more fit, is more attractive than being. Y'all know what I mean. I'm not wrong. They wrong. I'm not wrong.
like I have learned over the years that people are attracted to different things. So if you ask one person, they're going to tell you, oh, this is what I'm attracted to. And if you ask someone else, they might have a completely different answer. So I think attractiveness is subjective. I think when it comes to society 100% says skinnier is better.
I mean, I hear a lot of what you're saying, but I'm curious, anybody want to share like what is the type of body that you're attracted to?
To men, on men, other.
Well,
okay. I don't think I was attractive at my heaviest. Ron loved me at 140 and at 280. You better go ahead, Ron, and stop eating them Krispy Kremes that Holly is feeding you, okay? I don't think I was attractive at my heaviest, no. But I have been heavy and thought I was attractive. I thought I was attractive at around 200 pounds. 210 max. 220 was pushing it. 240 was too far. If that makes sense. 200, I was feeling very cute. 210 was like, it's time to start losing weight. 220 was like, that okay, you're pushing it. You're borderline pushing unattractive. 240 was too far. 240 was like, this is not cute. Ain't nothing cute about this. Ain't nothing. Even the little bit of cute I still had in my swallowed up face was still like, no. Like I couldn't take a single picture that looked good to me. Every picture was ugly. I was like, oh God, no. At least at like 210, I could hit a couple of angles and find eventually I'll find a picture that was cute. And 200, I could take cute pictures, but 220 was like, oh God, I hate this. And 240 was like, yeah, you're done. You're done. You're dada dun dada. You're dada dun dada.
I don't know. There's people who are attracted to. So whether it's men or women, what kind of bodies are you attracted to?
Because I've been smaller and bigger. I am tall. I already am eliminating a majority of people because I'm one taller man than me. But you know what? Somebody on your show, Zach Miko.
Was that the tall guy?
It was a model.
Oh, yeah.
The plus size model. He was
yes.
cute.
So
unfortunately married.
So it's like I have dated some fantastically gorgeous men, but when I feel most comfortable and myself, and I can feel just kind of let it all out is a guy that's has some cushion. Gym people for gym people. And, and that kind of seems like unattainable, not my vibe.
No, I appreciate the specificity.
So I do have a type, but also like I've never dated before. So I'd say like my type goes from I like my type goes from like Prince Eric to Fluffy.
I have a type, but I've never dated before. How do you have a type when you've never dated before? I feel bad for her. She's trying really hard to fit in. So I'm gonna give her some grace. She got some life to figure out, but she's trying to fit in. She's trying very hard to fit in. Yeah. I'm gonna give her some grace.
Yes, the comedian Fluffy. I just feel like I could like hug him. Like he would give the best hug.
She don't really know what to say. She don't know what she
like.
likes.
It's a very wide range.
Yeah, very wide range.
A lot of them fit into
a lot of infinites to that. But like I don't discriminate against like body type or anything like that.
It's funny because for me as a
Never mind. I'm not gonna say it.
bisexual woman, like what I like in women versus what I like in men is like very different. So men, I'm very much like you. Like dad bods are kind of like what I'm the most attracted to. I don't want someone like super big, but I also don't like super skinny or like super buff. Like you have a little muscle, that's fine, but like the really buff guys, like.
She said she likes dad bods. Okay. Can I ask y'all a question? Is your type attached to or directly related to how you look? I like to say that I don't have a type. I'm not attracted to just any and everybody. I haven't dated enough in my life to have a type. I kind of just date within my social circle. So it's who I meet. If I'm attracted to you, then we're good to go. I've always been heavier than the men that I've dated. I've always been darker skinned than the men that I've dated. I've always been shorter than the men that I've dated. I don't really have a type. But well, okay, so I don't think I have a type. But the people around me think I have a type. The people around me think that my type is like light-skinned men, but it's not that. I just happen to attract biracial or Hispanic men. Like I don't know why. That's just so they end up being, not that you can't be biracial and darker skinned or Hispanic and like darker skinned, but I tend to attract like somebody will be like Puerto Rican and black, Dominican and black, which I get these are nationalities, but y'all know what I mean, right? We in America, your nationality can be your ethnicity. My ex-husband was Cuban. Tommy's biracial. So Tommy's a little bit of everything. Tommy's like Irish, Irish, Puerto Rican, black. He got a little bit of everything in. So I attract like multiracial, multi-ethnic people. So I don't know. But I don't really have a type. I don't really have like you, but not you. You know what I mean? I don't really have that experience, or I haven't had that experience. But what I want to know is so they're describing the type of men that they find attractive. And I just want to know, I'm wondering if that's attached to like how they feel they look, because none of them are describing men that would be more attractive than them. And I don't think you should be dating. No, hold on. Let me take that back. I always feel like a woman should, be as or more attractive than her man. That I don't know why. That's just the thing that I feel. But they're I don't know. I think is it a little weird? Is it a little weird? Because I would never say, oh, I want my man to have a dad bod. If he has one, he has one. But I wouldn't say that that's what I'm looking for. But I also wouldn't say the latter either. I want my man to have a six-pack. If he has one, he has one. Now, I will say this. If you lose weight, do you start to be more attractive to more fit men? If you become more fit? is what I'm wondering. So for the women saying, oh, I like a dad bod, 2 of them are overweight. And the tall one, she says she like a bit more fluff. Not that there's anything wrong with that. I just don't. I don't know. Y'all let me know though. Is what your type is attached to like how you look or how you feel like you look? I don't know.
Not my thing. But for women, I like way more different kinds of women, like thin, big, like I don't know. I'm just way more attracted, I think, when it comes to different kinds of women. Like when I'm swiping on dating apps, like I'll maybe swipe on like 1 in every 20 men, and like women, it's like 1 in 5. Women, I just think overall are much more beautiful than men. Like even,
and we have better profiles. Let's get this.
Yes, that too.
All right, let's reset. It's okay for models to set a high standard for body image. Will the
Sorry, 5 hours later. Are you talking about me or are you talking about them? Am I being long-winded, Holly? Sorry.
The agreeers please step forward?
Is it okay? So it's okay for models to set the standard for what?
It's okay for models to set a high standard for body image. Will
It's
the
okay for
agreeers
models
please
to
step
set a high standard for body image.
I did some modeling as a kid and as a teenager, and even now as an adult, I did pinup. There's definitely like a high expectation and standard, especially like in runway modeling and things like that, because they push out these clothing and they only do it in certain sizes. There's standards that different companies have that they want to push out certain things. So like for pinups, they want you to look a certain way. They want you to do your makeup a certain way. They want you to dress a certain way for that style. And same thing for like Victoria's Secret. They want to promote lingerie, and there's a standard for each company, and they have to live up to that standard based on what they're trying to promote.
And personally for me, I always looked up to thin people. I always found them very beautiful. I was like, I want to be able to look like a Victoria's Secret model one day.
He didn't say thin models. He said models. In 2025, not all models are thin. There's a lot of projection that comes out. There's a lot of projection that comes out in these answers. Ron lost 8 pounds on Manjaro. Go Ron. Go Ron.
It's okay to have a higher standard of beauty because it makes you want like, oh, I want to work harder on myself to achieve that type of body goal. I might not look exactly like them, like with the hips and everything, but I want to be able to look a healthy version of myself that looks something like that.
I think it's okay for models to have a higher standard of beauty because we are attracted to attractive things. A model is selling something. They're being hired to sell something, and they're going to make it, hey, look at this. Look at the dress I'm wearing. And you as a consumer, you don't want to look at somebody that is going to go, ugh, I don't even want to look at that person. What were they selling? I don't know.
Let's bring in our disagreeers. More disagreeers than I expected.
I completely disagree. I think we all forgot what modeling industry has done for women in our society. I think we kind of went blank for a second. I'm a journalism major. I have my degree in journalism, and growing up with certain magazines, and those women, just because they were thin does not mean they were healthy. Have y'all ever seen America's Next Top Model?
Yes.
There's a lot of detrimental things that were happening within that society, within that community.
That's
And I
not the
agree with you, yes,
point. That's not what
we
we're
all wanna
talking
look at
about. Girl,
something-
shut up. Oh my God. Okay, Holly, I'm sorry I was being long with it. Closing one eye. Holly, take a nap and come back in 2 hours. I'm not interested in muscular men, but other than that, no type. I don't even know about I don't know. I never really put any thought into it. Never put any thought into it. Okay. She's talking about the toxicity of the modeling industry. That's not the question. That's not the point. That's not what we're talking about. But she's going in.
Aesthetically pleasing, but that varies. Also, the modeling industry is known for not being diverse.
Right.
Hello. So I don't know. We just like blacked
It's
out for a
very
second.
diverse now.
Now.
It was not when I started.
Yeah, but
was
it's
not.
not that diverse now either. It's evolving, but I wouldn't go as far as saying it's that diverse. But I think that it can be very detrimental as a young woman. I think the body positivity movement kind of was.
Am I the only fucking person that does not look up to models as a standard of beauty? I think it's okay for models to be beautiful. That makes sense. I think it's okay for models to be thin if that's the demographic that they're marketing toward with whatever clothing or stuff that they're selling. I think it's okay for models to be plus size if they're marketing plus size clothing, right? You wouldn't if you need to know what a 3X looks like, it would make sense to see that 3X on a 3X model. If you need a 3X, but the model is modeling an extra small, that doesn't tell you what the 3X looks like. So I think it's fine to have diversity in modeling, but it's like, am I the only one that doesn't like, one, I don't look at magazines, but I couldn't tell you what the modeling industry looks like because I'm not hip, if that makes sense. Like I'm not aware because I'm not checking for them. And I don't think Black people, no, I don't even know if it's a race thing. I don't know. I don't know. I didn't grow up around people that looked at models as like a standard of beauty. Maybe some celebrities like actresses or singers or stuff like that, but I just don't understand. I don't understand.
Created in juxtaposition because of the modeling industry of the 90s, early 2000s, how toxic that was.
I do think we have come a long way, but we still have like much further to go. The average size of the woman in the United States is a size 16. So why are we not seeing that reflected more on runways and modeling and stuff? You know, I also have issues with when it comes to a lot of plus size modeling too, because a lot of plus size models, they have the curves, but they have no belly. And that's so unrealistic for most plus size women, where it's like, most plus size women, if you are a size 20 like I am, you're gonna have a stomach. And
most of those photos have been photoshopped.
Yeah, or they even put padding on smaller models.
Y'all complaining like, okay, so what the fuck is the problem? Like, if modeling is so, I just don't understand why we care. I don't understand the point of this. Like, oh, the models are unrealistic. Okay, they're models, right? The pictures are going to be touched up and all of that. Like, I don't understand why this is even a big deal. Like, let the models model. Like, Victoria's Secret models don't make me feel no kind of way. I still go into Victoria's Secret and find my size. Models aren't usually beautiful. Models are supposed to be hangers for clothes. That is so mean. I've seen beautiful models. I've seen beautiful models. I think Victoria's Secret models, I think the angels are, a lot of them are very beautiful. Oh my God. I've seen some ugly models, but you know where I see the ugly models? At like the high-end fashion shows. So if it's like a fucking Prada, fucking I can go higher than that. A fucking oh, I don't know brands. Motherfucking I don't know. Do Louis Vuitton do they do runway shows? I don't know. Like, but those like super high-end fashion shows, those models be ugly in the face. They be busted in the face. They be busted. But I think Victoria's Secret models are generally pretty. I think that, yeah, I would say they're generally pretty. I would say that they're generally pretty. But it doesn't matter because I'm like, who's looking at them as like a standard? Like, it has never, even as a teenager, I would go into Victoria's Secret and I've never looked at one of the angels like, wow, I don't look like that. Like, and if people do that, okay, I'm sorry for making fun, but I'm just like I look at like Angela Bassett and be like, wow, I want those arms. I'm trying to think of an unrealistic body image that I've had based on something set by society. Like, not to say that this doesn't happen, but I just don't understand like how prevalent this is. I don't get it. Are those awards behind you? I think they're statues. I think they're statues. Pretty or sexy? To me, hold on, let me see. Can I zoom in on these? Let me see, 2025. So I think that they're pretty. For Victoria's Secret models, I think that they're pretty. So I just looked up Victoria's Secret models 2025. I think she's pretty. I think she's gorgeous, actually. I can't. Let me see. Let's see. I think she's pretty. And even if they have their face done, I don't think just because you have your face done, that doesn't make you pretty. I don't think she's pretty. I don't think she's pretty. I don't think she's pretty. Is this this is not Tyla. Tyla was walking for them recently. That's why I thought that might be her. Whoa. Whoa. Wow. Wow. Okay. Yeah, some of them are not. Some of them are looking kind of busted. But I think some of them are pretty. I do. Okay, Jen, don't argue with me. I already gave you that. Don't do that. Don't do that. I said I think Victoria's Secret models are pretty. I already gave you the point about some models be looking busted and be looking like, they be clothes hangers. I already gave you that. Don't try to take my point away from me about Victoria's Secret models. I think that some of them are pretty. You said pretty or sexy. I think some of them are pretty. I do. I think some of them are pretty. But traditionally, I wouldn't know because I don't watch. But I have seen some very ugly models as far as like I said, a lot of the high-end runway shows, the models be looking busted. They be looking real busted. That's one of the Hadid sisters in pink. Who the fuck are the Hadid sisters? I don't know who that is. I told you, I'll be out of the loop. I don't know nothing. Most of the 25 VS models were influencers. Okay, so does that change the fact that they were pretty models? Does that change things? So maybe I should go to like 2020? I can't. It kind of goes out of focus when I zoom in. Okay, fine. Models are ugly, Jen. I'm gonna just let you have it. Let you have it. They're not pretty. Whatever. Let's continue. Let's continue. Fine. Their models are not pretty. Okay, you got it. All right. So I just don't. But either way, I just don't get that. I just don't understand making them a standard of beauty for who though. Like I don't get it. I don't understand. And they didn't even say standard of beauty. They said high standard for body image. Who's looking at okay, it means they weren't models. Okay. It means they weren't professionally models. Okay. So high standard for body image was the prompt, but whose body image? Like, I'm not gonna lie, this reminds me of when people say like, white women are the standard of beauty. And I'm just like, what standard of whose beauty? Are you talking about two white men? Because why wouldn't they be? Sometimes we be saying stuff and I just be like, I get that, minority groups have been at a disadvantage. I understand that. But just because I don't know. That just doesn't affect me the way it does people. Like I'm like, oh, I don't know. No, not the standard of beauty. Okay. I don't know. People take this conversation and I'm just like, who y'all be looking up to for like people y'all want to look like? Like I want to be 60 and look like my mom. And if for some reason like that don't happen, I want to look like my second mom, Angela Bassett. Sidebar. I was actually looking at a picture of my mom recently. I should have took a picture of the picture. Oh, you know what? I might have it. My dad has 2 pictures on his desk in his room. One is a picture of him and my mom. The second picture is of me and him. And my mom was funny. She always had attitude about something. So she in a picture like this. Like she didn't want to take the picture. And my dad, he used to be bigger. So he had a big old Santa belly. And that's probably why it probably was around Christmas time. He had a big old Santa belly. And she's in a picture like this. Like, oh my God. And I was looking at the picture. I was showing it to my cousin. I'm like, oh my, and my cousin said something about her being so pretty. I'm like, I don't think I appreciated how beautiful my mom was when she was here. It wasn't until she passed away that I looked at some of her pictures. I'm like, wow, she was so photogenic. So yeah, so I'm lucky. I got good genes. But if for some reason I get snubbed, I get snubbed from having my mom's 60-year-old beauty, then runner up is okay. I guess technically runner up is my dad, but okay, third up is gonna be Angela Bassett. Okay, that's who I'm trying to look like. I don't know about no goddamn models, but let's continue.
To make them look bigger. The standards keep changing. How many models do they need to show all the different body types that for this to sell one dress?
Sounds like there's a tension between the market. If the data says more
Right.
people click on this body, even if it's unrealistic,
Risks.
put that body in the ad.
Yes.
But what you're saying is that's unfair representation of the true customer.
Yeah, exactly. Because then I'll like buy something that I saw on a plus size.
Dear fat people, I'm one of y'all. I'm one of us. I'm us. I am still us. If you feel like a piece of clothing is being represented by a person smaller than you, you have a choice. You could either buy it or you don't. You're welcome. Because that's what they're talking about right now. That's what they're talking about right now. Oh, the models aren't a fair representation of the buyer. If a item comes in a size 4 to a size 18, you mean it's not the model isn't representative of you as the buyer, because it's representative of that size 4. That person that buys the size 4 or the size 0, it is representative of them. It's not representative of you. That's another one I don't understand, Jen, but maybe because I don't spend enough time on Instagram. But like my day was models, today is Instagram models. Now that, when I say I don't understand, I take that back. Now I understand the comparison. Now I understand how. Okay, so I could see today young people wanting to look like an Instagram model. That's a good comparison because I really don't understand like the professional models. I'm like, whoever sees them, like whoever sees them, unless you're at the show or you're watching like a replay of the show, but like who watches that? I don't know. So now I understand the comparison, so I could see how that could happen, right? Especially before the age of social media, models were probably more in people's faces. Okay, that makes sense. But even with the Instagram models, I could see how that's impressionable for young people. I get that. I understand that. I'm trying to think about like when I was young. What was it when I was young? I don't know. Like, I would have to say singers, like a Sierra. Like I could imagine wanting to look like a Sierra, or I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what would be a good example. I'm trying to think of like, I don't remember me and my friends wanting to look like a particular person. Or group. Because I was gonna say Destiny's Child, but I was born in 96. I grew up in the early 2000s. So what would be the equivalent for the early 2000s? Maybe like a Disney star or a Nickelodeon star. I honestly don't know.
Model who has a flat stomach, and then I put it on and it I'm like, oh, I hate this because it's clinging to like all the wrong parts. I just want to see something that looks, it doesn't have to look exactly like me.
I think for a long time, people thought that diversity in sizes wasn't marketable. Like, I can't make money from showing all this diversity of sizes, but I think that there are new brands coming like Savage X Fenty with Rihanna. She has proven that you can have diverse bodies and you can still market and sell. And let's be real, most consumers are not the models. They look different.
Women should be fit enough to protect themselves.
Okay. Now this prompt here. Beyonce. I think that's a fair answer. I just don't recall having that feeling. I remember thinking Sierra's body was T. I remember thinking Sierra's body was T. But I'm trying to think of like, no, I'm trying to think of like, am I just losing my memory? Did I lose my childhood? Or maybe I just didn't look like people. I don't know. I mean, well, care to look like people. I don't know. And it wasn't really the age of social media. So, and I didn't have cable access all the time. So maybe I was just sheltered a bit too much. Not too much, but you know, like maybe I was just more sheltered from what the reality of beauty standards were. Maybe I was just sheltered from that because I didn't have a whole lot of access to like, the internet wasn't what it is now, and I didn't have a whole lot of access to like media. Yeah, maybe that's what it was. Women should be fit enough to protect themselves. I wrote down a couple of quotes that I wanted to share, because I can already tell you this one is yes. This is my thing, right? This is a big deal for me. I don't talk about it often, but it's a big deal for me. So I'm glad this prompt came up. And I wrote down a couple of quotes that I wanted to share. I'm going to start doing this more often. Like I told y'all in the beginning, I'm trying to work on like getting good at prayer. And I didn't mention it, but affirmations and things like that. So I was looking up some quotes, and they can come from anywhere, right? They can come from a philosopher. They can come from the Bible. They can come from an author. They can come from the Quran. They can come from a musician. They can come from the Buddha. You know what I mean, right? Because I don't really have a religious affiliation. I'm just kind of like taking the quotes where I find them and just, you know, giving credit to whoever said the quote. So that prompt made me think about one of the quotes that I have from Socrates, the Greek philosopher. And I have this under my gains category. I'm looking for quotes based on growth, gratitude, and gains. We'll call it, you know, the triple G. Okay. So the quote from Socrates is, and whether or not he actually said this or one of his students is up for debate, but take it for what it is. No man has the right to be an amateur in the matter of physical training. It is a shame for a man to grow old without seeing the beauty and strength of which his body is capable. Socrates. Okay. So I heard this quote, or I read this quote, I think like last year sometime during my weight loss journey. And it really, really hit me. And originally I took it to mean like muscle is so beautiful that you're doing yourself a disservice if you don't do everything in your power to put on as much muscle as possible and see the true strength and reality of this beautiful vessel we have called the human body. But when I was looking for this quote today, I did a little bit of research, and there's some context added to the quote, meaning that at the time, the probable context of this quote was being war ready. Okay. So the idea was men should be war ready at any given time. And you're doing yourself a disservice if you don't train and enhance your body to be prepared to protect yourself, protect your family, etc. I think it's fair to take sayings and quotes and apply them to a modern day. So I would take man and apply it to just people in general. So man as in like mankind, humankind. And I think the same still applies. So we may not be necessarily preparing for war, but we should definitely be preparing to protect ourselves. Like whether that's having to pull ourselves out of a bad situation. I've been telling my cousin lately that by this time next year, hopefully sooner, I really want to get to a place where I can lift up my own body weight in case I got to get myself out of some bullshit. Like I'm like, I get stuck in my head enough that I'm like, what if I'm hanging off of a cliff and I can't pull myself up? Or what if I'm in a fire and a firefighter can't carry me out? I have since learned that they more so drag you, so I'm pretty sure I'll be fine. But I was just thinking of like these different scenarios, and I'm like, I told my dad, you know, he was asking about my weight loss, like, why do you want to lose weight? This and this and this. Now I was like, you know, because I'm tired of being obese or whatever. And then when he was getting on me about the walking, my answer to him was, well, I got to weight train in case I got to beat somebody up, because when you big, people can't just carry you away. But now that I'm losing weight, somebody can just snatch me. Kidnapping is not funny. Abductions are not funny. I'm just letting y'all know how I be thinking. And I am afraid. It's not funny. Oh my God, stop laughing. But for real, like there were times at my heaviest, or not at my heaviest, but just being heavy throughout my life. I'm like, you know what? At least somebody can't just snatch me. I mean, they could, but you know, like it's gonna be, I go dead weight on you, you're gonna struggle. 200 pounds, it's gonna be tough. It's gonna be tough, you know? But now that I'm getting skinty, you know, light as a feather, very dainty, I'm like, somebody could just pick me up and take me and go. Okay, so I gotta be strong to be able to fight somebody off. So I say all of this in jest, but seriously, realistically speaking, I think that physical fitness, being able to protect yourself or protect your family or protect somebody else should be a part of that desire to get physically fit. So now with all of my shenanigans out of the way, the prompt is women should be fit enough to protect themselves. Let's see what the people have to say.
Will the agreeers step forward?
This is something that I always say. Listen, no shame to people that are thinner, but I just think you're so vulnerable when you're thin. Like if you're petite and you're frail and you're not strong enough to fight back, I don't think that's safe for you. I'm a proponent of like building muscle. That way you're sturdy. That way if someone tries to come up on me, they're going to feel something.
I think we shouldn't have to. Yes. Like it sucks that we're in a society that we do, but we have to.
Yes.
You're prone to danger at any moment. Know some punches, know some locks. I don't know. But yeah, definitely stay prepared.
Yeah, as someone who trains kickboxing, boxing, and Muay Thai, at our facility, like we do offer like women's self-defense classes, and like no matter like what body size you are, I highly recommend every single woman to take at least one class just so you know the basics and just like for your own protection.
Well, I got attacked by a dog once while I was on a walk. It came out of this house and it came after me, and I was with a group of friends. Of course, it comes after the big one. Don't get me wrong, but it was scary. I couldn't run away from that problem. My friends were able to, and that came to my mind. Like, oh my gosh, I'm not good at cardio. I know what I need to prove more on. You need to be able to carry yourself, pull yourself up, like, you know, run.
Even for your kids, you know, an emergency, your kid is swallowing something and it got stuck, or you know, everything around you needs your full potential energy. So yeah, definitely everybody work on their own pace and just make sure that you work on things that are going to help you and stay safe because it's dangerous.
Not to be an easy target.
Aside from dogs, which, has anyone ever been in a situation where they've had to defend themselves?
I can talk about it because it doesn't hurt anymore. But when I was young, I did get molested, and it's fine. It's fine. I'm over it. I know it wasn't my fault. See, I work with my brain a lot. So for me, I was laying down, and it was more of a like situation where I couldn't move because of everything that was happening around me. And my thoughts were just like, I need to find a way to survive. I need to find a way to push this person from me. And I was 13. So it was like, you know what? Pray. Because there was a cousin sleeping next to me, and I was like, please have her move so I can move. And she did. And as soon as she moved, I found the way to just push him. Like I found the courage to push him off. It came from, I don't know where, but it came. And whatever happened after that. So it is a situation where as women, we are subject to not just men, but to a lot of people, and where we need to find a way to protect ourselves, and not just us as we're growing older. Like we should be showing our children how to and who not to trust instead of judging them, instead of expecting from them. You should be teaching them to find their way and what works for them, to find the courage to save themselves from whatever is going to be a struggle for them in the future.
Yeah.
So,
thank you for sharing that story.
I have abused my body.
Oh my God, this thing never stops. I have abused my body. Oh, is being overweight or obese abuse to your body? Okay, let's see.
Will the agreeers step forward?
Personally, for me, I've always suffered with anxiety and depression since I was young. I had been growing up in the best
Interesting.
areas. I used to self-harm in different ways. I suffered with like purging and everything, and like actual like physically cutting myself. Sometimes I even tempted to.
Trigger alert, trigger warning. If self-harm is a sensitive subject or a triggering subject, then please feel free to leave the stream and come back in about 5 minutes.
Like burn myself. When I look in the mirror, I'm just like, what is wrong with you? And I was 13, 12, and around this time, I did not like the way I look. I'm not happy right now. And like the only thing I have control of, because I don't have money, I can control what I can do to myself. And it wasn't until like I got older and I started studying mental health. I started studying like different like ways you can take care of yourself with the resources I had. I was like, oh my gosh, I'm not the best with my mind right now. And there's other opportunities I can control those bad thoughts. To let them out.
What were some of the tools that were most helpful to you?
Meditation really was a big thing for me. I loved meditating. Whenever I had those, I call it like noise, like those just thoughts in my head, like just talking. And I'm like, close your eyes, inhale, exhale, and just breathe. Just find your center and calm yourself. That's really helped me a lot.
Addiction is the disease that tells your brain that the problem is the solution. My biggest addiction was food, and and you get a serotonin kick. Everybody has a vice because that's something cheap and fast. At some point, you're not a victim anymore. Like you're actually doing it to yourself. This
I agree. At some point, you're not a victim anymore.
lifestyle of this and up and down, and how I even abused myself, how I used to talk to myself, and you're not good enough, you're not pretty enough, you're not thin enough, you're never enough. Until I changed the way I spoke to myself, did changes ever happen and maintain.
Abuse my body a lot by being an emotional eater. Like
Okay, now I believe she's going to be vulnerable.
I'm a very emotional person. Actually, I just found out last year that I have BPD. Ever since I was a teenager, I have struggled heavily with depression and suicidal thoughts, like all the time. Yeah, I have abused my body over the years. And
So now we see where a lot of those excuses were coming from. Okay. A reminder to me to give grace, because you never know what a person is going through.
and I'm trying to love myself more, take better care
Do
of
it.
myself.
Don't try. Just do it.
Well,
I agree. Just do it. I agree. That's hard to hear and it's hard to take in, but I agree.
You say that, but it can be hard.
Make it easy. Make it easy. Make it easy to speak to yourself in a kind way.
Yeah.
I just got upset because you don't want to be on this. You're a gift. How dare you take that beautiful gift away? How dare you?
She's gonna make me
You're
cry.
not
I'm going
allowed
off
to do that
camera.
anymore.
No!
You're here. You have to speak to yourself kindly. Be nice
You could
to
tell this is
yourself.
really hard for her.
Your family members, how would they tell somebody else that's speaking to you that way to you? And you do it to yourself, that's not okay. You can change it. Make a choice.
Yeah,
Make a
it's gotten-
choice.
it's
I
gotten
agree.
A lot better over the years, but I'm much kinder to myself, and I wish I could tell my younger self to be kind.
This is the first thing that I believe from her the whole show. You can hear it in her voice. You can hear it in her voice, like that she was putting up a tough exterior throughout all of her other answers, but this one, she just completely let her guard down. Like she just completely decided to be vulnerable. And this is the first time that I can believe her in what she's saying. So good for her.
But you can tell her right now.
Oh,
You can
I do,
tell that
yeah.
baby right now. She's good enough and she's meant to be here.
Thank you.
Oh, he got teary-eyed. Oh, me too, bro. Oh God, I'm keeping it cute because we're rain over here, but I was getting a little watery-eyed too.
I just want to give you a hug because I relate to your story so much. I was an emotional eater too. I still am an emotional eater. I'm working on it so much.
Girl,
but,
Autumn.
Like when I was getting bullied in middle school, like I was getting called fat and all these things, and I was literally getting notes handed to me saying that I was like a fat whale. It really messed
Oh my gosh, I wish I could just email Autumn. Like, girl, let's talk.
me up, and it made me attempt suicide a few times. And I was 12 years old, and it wasn't until after I attempted and my family found out, because now I don't think that way anymore. That's why I'm such a huge advocate for mental health and just love yourself. You have to love yourself in order to change things that you want.
A part of loving yourself is losing the weight, though. And I just think that that's a tough pill to swallow. But I think that's why there has to be people that are willing to say it. And Leia, oh, I forgot her name, in the red, the one that was getting emotional. She's willing. Okay, I relate to her. This lady. Hold on, let me show you. Her. No, not her. In the red, the bright red, sitting on the end. I relate to her because she's so direct because she's been where these people are, and she don't feel the need to mince words because mincing words enables excuses, right? So when people are making excuses and you mince words, you're excusing their excuses. And that's the point in my life that I've reached where I don't feel the need to mince words. Now, I may choose not to just straight up say something, but if I decide to speak on it, I'm not going to mince words. I'm just going to say what I mean. And it's because when you've been there, when you've been the excuse maker, when you've been the person that talks like there's always a reason why you can't get something done or you don't like something about yourself, right? When you pull yourself out of that, you realize that the only way to stay out of it is to be very fucking direct with yourself and with other people. So I think that's why she's been handling this the way she has.
You want to change.
Okay, I know you haven't spoke, but
yeah.
can I bring in this? For the people who came in, the disagreeers with this prompt, what have been the most valuable tools or resources in your life to not abuse your body?
I think of like the highest version of myself, and I try to show up as her every single day. When I have dark thoughts or when things are hard, I'm like, okay, the highest version of Alyssa, like she's a baddie, she's disciplined, she loves herself, and I kind of show up as her.
I 100% agree with that. I'm a very big believer in like if you say things out loud and manifest them, then they will come true because eventually you do end up getting like that mentality switch, right? Like if you wake up and the first thing that you say to yourself, like in the mirror, is like, I'm ugly, that's what you're gonna go about your entire day believing, but maybe like writing something down, like having it like on the mirror and stuff and starting every morning like smiling and with like positivity, then you'll carry that energy like through the entire day, the entire week, the entire month, and eventually like your entire life.
If you have a network of people that if you're feeling any kind of emotion or going through anything, having that kind of community to help you figure out how you can go about this without doing some detrimental harm to yourself, I think it's really amazing. And again, a privilege that I was able to have that. If
Girl,
nothing
shut
else,
up.
if
Stop
anyone
saying
watching
everything
this
is a
can
damn
really see and
privilege.
empathize and like, you can't just look at someone and be like, oh, they're this and that, or they're lazy, or they don't work hard enough. Like, I think this conversation has just been so illuminating for me, and I hope it's illuminating for everybody.
For me, also, just adding to like what helped me get out of the depression that I had was I sat down and I cried. I would cry in my room and acknowledge the things I needed to change, even though it was going to cost me. And I had supporters like my family. My sister's my biggest supporter. I love you with all my heart. And you really need to work on yourself.
Okay. That was Lupe talking. Can I ask y'all a question? Because we're going to start wrapping up. Has anyone else noticed that when it came to the abuse question, it was all the people that struggled with their weight? And all of the people that struggled with their weight, not all, but the majority of the people that struggled with their weight has experienced some sort of either outside abuse, meaning somebody abused them, or some sort of like mental health crisis. Not to say that thin people don't go through these things. Of course they do. But if you watch like 600 Pound Life, 95% of the people, when they talk about why they gained the weight, when they gained the weight, when they started gaining the weight, 95% of them mention some sort of SA or neglectful parent. Like they either grew up in a very neglectful household, a neglectful and abusive household, or they were SA'd as a kid or as a young adult or something like that, and then they started gaining weight. Has anybody noticed that? That doesn't mean everybody that gains weight has had some sort of trauma happen to them. I'm just saying it's a reoccurring theme that I've noticed.
A better choice. Change your body if it's necessary, if you can, but be healthy because we're not getting any better. This world is just going to get harder. So we need to be healthy and prepared for whatever we need to do, So yeah, work out safely and, everybody, we hope you're healthy for like the longest time because, man.
I definitely agree with like letting out a good cry because I was an emotional eater.
I cried a lot.
I was such an emotional eater. Like I held all of my emotions in, and what I would do is I would eat instead of letting that emotion out and recognizing the emotion. And it wasn't until like I let out that cry, I reached out to the people.
Yeah, you
and I
reached out for
start.
help.
You reach out to the people that you.
Yes. So let me go back a little bit just to show you who came forward when he asked the question. I've been putting it on and off the screen just to show you who's sitting there. But in case you missed it, when he asked that question, let me show you who stepped forward.
Myself, and you're not good enough, you're not pretty enough, you're not.
Sometimes I even tempted to like.
I have abused my body. Will the agreeers step forward?
Yeah. All of the
Personally
people
for me,
that were heavy stepped forward, and the one on the left, red, she used to be heavy. She had weight issues before. And she has taken weight loss drugs and all of that. So yeah, all the heavy people stepped forward for the question, I have abused my body. That's not to say that thin people or fit people don't abuse their body. Of course, some do with like drugs that help them stay fit. But I just noticed that of the ones that stepped forward, right? Of the ones that stepped forward,
I've always suffered with anxiety and depression since I was young. I haven't grown up in the best areas. Control those bad thoughts.
these are the people that stepped forward. I think that one thing about, as the field of obesity develops, one thing that has not been appropriately addressed is psychological issues. This gets addressed very quickly in 600 Pound Life. Dr. Now won't even do the surgery if you don't, one, show you're willing to make changes on your own, and if you don't address the psychological issues that cause you to gain weight in the first place, because it'll just cause you to regain the weight. So yeah, that's tough. That's tough. I'm one to believe that if you're over 100 pounds overweight, something more than just eating is wrong. Like something more than that is just something wrong. Something more than just hormones and eating is wrong. That's how I feel. It could be 50 pounds. I'm just saying, like, but I think a reoccurring theme, if the research may have been done into this, I don't know, I haven't checked, but if the research is done into this, I think there will be a heavy correlation between obesity, not just being overweight, but obesity and trauma. But with that being said, does that mean there's nothing we could do about it? No. Because the one on the end, the one in the white, started to say, I went through this, I went through that. It's been hard. I've been trying to do better. And the one in the red was like, just do better. Don't try, just do it. And I agree with her. She's like, yeah, but it could be hard. She said, make it easy. That's what I was talking about when I said this is why she's so direct, because she's been there. She's been there. It's clear as day. She's been there. You could tell yourself 1,000 times, but it's hard, but it's hard, but it's hard. Just figure it out. Just do it. And I know the further you are into a depression, the more tone deaf what I'm saying can sound. It can sound incredibly tone deaf to just tell somebody to figure it out. However, I just feel that all hope is not lost. If you're struggling with some PTSD from abuse or some mental health issues or some past trauma, I don't think all is lost. But we do live in a society where those things are pedestalized as reasons to not do better in life. Right? I think so. John says, I was over 100 pounds at one point, but it's just because I was uneducated. I didn't know about insulin and how food is affected and how it affects hunger. I will always feel that the biggest step we could take as a society is better education. If people just knew a little bit more, I think people would do better. I'm not saying we'd get it all the way right, but I think people would do better if they just knew a little bit more. Like, do you know how many people think it's harmless to just I don't want to bring the kids into it. I was about to say, how many people think it's harmless just to feed kids breakfast cereal every day, but I'm gonna leave that alone. There's a lot of decisions that we make as far as food and lifestyle that we see as completely harmless. Like Lupe talking about, I'm not obese because I don't get out of breath when I walk up a hill. Oh, you know what? I did read 100 pounds at one point, and I definitely knew you meant overweight, and it registered in my brain, but thank you for correcting that. John was 100 pounds overweight at one point. But Lupe talking about some obese people, that's a person that can't walk. That's a person that can't breathe. That's a person that can't this. That's a person that can't that. Then proceeds to say her skinny friends can't even do the things that she can do, which I could easily believe. Like I had a very skinny friend. Well, all of my friends were skinnier than me, but I had a very skinny friend, the skinniest of us all. And she'd be out of breath just as I was walking up a flight of steps. We both be out of breath. We both be at the Chinese restaurant getting to order chicken wings after school. We both will be eating a bacon, egg, and cheese, at school, So, but I'll leave that alone. But anyway, the point is, so I know what it's like to have the skinny friend that can eat whatever they want, but is also fucking out of shape. They can't breathe, and neither can you. Or to be more physically fit than some of your skinny friends. Because now that I'm in the gym, okay, let me stop bragging about my little 2 weeks. Okay, whatever. I've been in the gym off and on for years, but now that I'm trying to be more consistent, I definitely would expect that I can have more range than some other people that are smaller than me. That's not really the point, though. So I think education would go a long, long way. But these are the ladies that were talking about their traumas. One had two of them had a overeating disorder or BD. One would purge. One was molested, and one was self-harming because of, what did she say? Why she was harming herself. I'm not sure why. I forgot what she said. Hold on. Let me see.
Emotional eater, I'm working on it so much, but like when I was getting bullied in middle school, like I was getting called.
Getting bullied. She was getting bullied. That's why. Because of bullying. But anyway, so a couple of y'all said yes to is being overweight, abusing yourself. I agree. Like I said, I know we got to give the exceptions to the people with medical conditions and stuff like that, but for the most part, I agree. And the only reason I agree is because I know what it's like to make a different decision, to just get so fucking tired and to just make a different decision. I feel bad for the people that really want to try a GLP-1 or really want bariatric surgery and have the means, right? They have the accessibility, but they won't pull the trigger because they're afraid that that will make them a loser or a cheater or a failure. I would like to reach more of those people. I feel bad. I feel bad for people that feel that way. I do. Like it's unfortunate.
Fat and all these things, and I was literally getting notes handed to me saying that I was like a fat whale. It really messed me up, and it made
this and that, or they're lazy, or they don't work hard enough. Like I think this conversation has just been so illuminating for me, and I hope it's illuminating for everybody.
For me,
and it wasn't until like I let out that cry, I reached out to the people.
Yeah, you reached out for help.
You reach out to the people that you trust and you feel the safest with, and I did that. That I started to realize like, oh, I need to change this. It isn't healthy to go to the food instead of going to the people. You got to go to your people.
I agree with that. The day after my mom passed, I just came back, literally I took a plane back to California to be with my family while she was in her coma. And that day I was just like, you know what? My mom's gone. I want to be gone, And the only person I really trust and love and care for and adore is my grandma. She is my rock. And I remember looking at her like, we got home, I'm like, Grandma, I'm done. This is it. And she told me, and this is the only thing that keeps me going till this day is the moment you're gone, I lost you, I lose your mom, I have no one. And reaching out to my grandma, telling her like, I'm ready to just end it. It made me realize like, if I keep hurting myself, I'm not just hurting myself, I'm hurting the people who love me the most. Making sure like, when you're going through your hard spot, just know like, you're not alone in that. There are people around you who do truly love you and they want you to reach out to them and tell them like what's going on with you. So I always recommend that. I'm so sorry.
That was good. I wish that YouTube would let me be great, because there's a second one. I'm not gonna play it tonight, obviously. We're about to get out of here. So thank y'all for rocking out with me for ever in a year. But I just wanted to let y'all know there is a second one that I found called, oh God, they have a male version? Fuck, we should watch that. They have a fit, fat, hold on, wait, let me show y'all. They have a male version. Oh my God, how can we watch this without getting in trouble?
Do you think just being in a fat body and being in the public space encourages obesity?
Yes.
Shame is what led me to an eating disorder.
Whose
When
fault is that,
what
though?
we're looking for is
Whose fault is that?
stability.
That's your
It's-
fault.
it's
See,
an
the problem is that you're a
amalgamation.
professional victim.
Would you agree, like looking at his physique, like he's at a perfectly, I would say, maybe healthy? No, he's definitely overweight, definitely obese.
Oh my God, I want to watch it. Oh, okay, that's not the one I wanted to tell y'all about, but this was the other one. So there was a fat versus skinny
obese person to be
that I
wearing
was
a G-string
interested
in
in.
the middle of public, then you're the problem.
How long ago was this? A
Being
year
fat
ago.
or skinny is a choice. Agreeers?
Okay, I'm not gonna play it, but I just wanted to show y'all that there was another one that I wanted to watch, but I guess we're not gonna get a chance to watch it. So thank y'all for rocking out with me. I thought that Jubilee episode was really good. It gave a lot of insight, even though I thought it was full of delusion. It was, to me. It was full of delusion and like just not being very genuine. So I'm just like, I don't know, but I'm gonna start wrapping up. Thank y'all for watching that for me, with me, and thank y'all for rocking out with me, even though I've been gone for 2 weeks. Okay, I love you all, and give me some time to get the video back up. I'm pretty sure YouTube said my channel's not affected, so I'm pretty sure they will just let me make it public again and just announce that I can't monetize it, which I wasn't trying to do anyway. All right, so I'll make the other one public. This will be public. And I will see you guys again either tomorrow, or I will wait till no, actually I got to do my hair tomorrow. I was supposed to do my hair today, but it's going to take me all day. So I'll probably spend tomorrow doing that. Thank you, Teddy, and thank you for pushing me to come back. Not that I wasn't going to, but y'all kind of pushed me to finish my cert sooner so that I could come back. So thank you for that. Thank you for all of your support. Thank y'all for not leaving me. Y'all could have unsubscribed and went elsewhere. Y'all really could have. The men won't be good because they aren't going to hold any punches. Did you hear him? He said, being judged or something shame led me to having an eating disorder. And dude said, now I already have some knowledge that the dude that was talking is like a toxic red pill dude, but he's like, and his name is actually Fit on his show. He's like, whose fault is that? Whose fault is that? Mind you, he's ugly. He's an ugly fit dude. Like, I don't know if y'all have ever heard of Fresh and Fit. Probably not, because y'all are older. Save your brain cells. But yeah, men will call each other fat. Men will call each other ugly or broke. Men will say, yeah, I get the women because I'm fit and you don't get them because you fat. That one would be good. That one would be, I mean, maybe y'all can go watch it on your own. Because I would hate to like have to play it in the background without the audio, unless I can figure out a way to properly blur it out or something. But I'll see if there's a way around it, and I will let you guys know. All right. So I'm gonna go get some sleep. I love you all. I appreciate you all. Don't be shy about reaching out to me in the community. Let me know how you're doing, or if you have any questions for me, you can reach out in the community. Keep getting your steps up. Okay. I might not be watching, but everybody else is, like Jen and Nicole and Teddy and Sunshine. Everybody's watching the whole step count situation. All right. So keep getting y'all steps in. If you were interested in the personal trainer guest pass, I'll go ahead and post that in the community. And I'll see y'all in the next one. Okay. I love you all. Have a good night, y'all. Bye.